Yay. Amados, welcome. I want to welcome you again. This is In Between Sermons. We are trying to connect God's message from one Sunday to the next in order to get a better idea or in order to get a whole picture of what God is um, giving to us through His Word. What is the message that the Lord has for us as a particular congregation? We are in between Sunday, August the 2nd and August the 9th. On August the 2nd, last Sunday, we had the first sermon in our new series in Job. And we are talking about, or the main focus of this series is to listen to what God has to say to us about facing this life. How can we face the here and now? Given the circumstances, given what's happening, given everything that is taking place in our life, how do we go about facing those realities? And last Sunday, in Job chapter 1, the Lord talked to us about He being our refuge, of we being able to have hope, real hope in His care, um, being certain that the Lord provides care for us regardless of what's happening. Even when we don't know the reason or the reasons why things happened, like what is happening with Job, the Lord is still our refuge. We don't need to know all the details of our suffering in order to face it. What we need to know is this, that was God's message for us. We need to know two things: that our God is Lord. He is the Lord of Lords. He's the King of Kings. He is in charge. And at the same time, He is compassionate. He is merciful. It is in His lordship and His compassion that we find refuge, because in His compassion, the text told us that in His compassion, the Lord was with Job, that He was present, that He was sustaining him. That is the very reason the Bible qualifies Job as being upright, as being just and righteous. Is not his own character. This is the result of God's work in him. We see the same in us. Jehovah is our righteousness. We have the righteousness of Christ because of His grace. Through faith in Him that He also gave us, we receive the benefits of His finished work. And then we see His compassion in there, fueled by His grace. He is King, He's compassionate, then He is our refuge. We can have hope even in the midst of terrible circumstances. All this, beloved, is not to deny or minimize our pain, but it is the reality. Just as our pain and sufferings are real, His presence with us is real, His lordship is real, His compassionate, His compassion is also real. That was the message of last Sunday. Now, moving to this coming Sunday, August the 9th, we're going to be in Job chapter 2. And there, the Lord is going to talk to us about how this hope, how this reality of He being our refuge, we can express that trust in Him through worship, in humility, and with gratitude. Worship, humility, and gratitude are the result of this hope that we have in His compassion, this trust we have in His care for us, this hope, this trust that we have in His care for us is not passive, it's actually active, and is expressed in worship, humility, and gratitude. I intentionally numbered or listed the words in that way: worship, humility, and gratitude, because I believe, beloved, that gratitude is humility is at the center. Without humility, we cannot express worship, good worship. We cannot worship Him well without humility. Without humility, we cannot have gratitude. And the Lord is going to move us to consider the source of humility. Humility means that we have a good idea who we are, of our capacities, of our capabilities, what we can do and what we cannot do. That we have a good idea, a real idea, uh, an idea of who we really are, our real condition. That we know it, that is not based on these crazy, uh, inflated ideas of self. That's humility. And the Lord is going to move us or force us to consider our own condition through a very, and I'm going to admit it, through a very painful question that Job presented to his wife. His wife gave a terrible advice to Job, and then he responded, "Shouldn't we also receive evil from the Lord?" And this is not a dismissive question. Actually, what Job is asking is, what do we really deserve here in this life? What do we really deserve in glory? Why do we assume that we should receive nothing but good things from the Lord? Who do we think we are? That's the question. We're going to dive in to get an answer this coming Sunday. We're going to dive into God's Word to get an answer. I hope you can join us. Please come. We are meeting at 10:30, from 10:30 to 9. No, from 10:30 to 11:45 this coming Sunday. Know that we are following all the procedures necessary that we may be together. We have the space in the building. We have the masks, and we follow all these procedures to be sure that everyone is as safe as possible. So come and join us. But if you can't, for whatever reason, if you cannot, please consider being part of the worship through the live stream. Our brothers, our sisters have invested a lot in preparing the worship and make it available online. So take advantage of that opportunity. Either way, come and join us. Let us worship the Lord together this coming Sunday. Until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Hasta luego. Ciao.